What is up, YouTube? This is Barnon11970, and as always, I thank you for watching my video, and I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Alright, guys, before I give my sun gazing update, I want to talk to people about how to do it properly, so this way anybody interested in the power and the natural healing ability of our sun, I want to make sure you do it the right way, because if it's done improperly, you can damage your eyes, and obviously that's not something neither one of us want. So, the proper way to sun gaze is you start out at 10 seconds. Now, there are only two times during the day where it is absolutely safe to look directly at the sun and it will not damage your eyes. And that is at sunrise and sunset. It's basically, the safe zone is the first and last hour, but I say stay within a 50-minute range. You don't want to get close to the edge. What I always tell people is when you're ready to start out, after you've done the research, after you feel comfortable with it, and after you're mentally prepared to accept the fact that nature does heal, you want to start where the sun's at the lowest point in the horizon, because you just really want to get your eyes used to it, because it's a process, and this is a long process, because basically from start to finish, it starts at 10 seconds, you increase every time you go, and you only go once a day, but you only increase 10 seconds each time, and you're going to go until 50 minutes. At the 15-minute mark, your eyesight is improved. At the 30-minute mark, illnesses are gone. At the 45 to 50-minute mark, mentally, you're just, you're at ease with the world. It's just amazing. So I want people to do these things properly. So you can't just look at the sun at any time during the day and expect to do something positive. You have to be responsible. It's like anything. It's like handling a gun. If you're not properly trained, you can injure yourself or someone else. So please just make sure you watch my video, other people's videos, and research before you attempt it. But like I said, guys, every time I do an update on the sun gazing, I'm going to make sure I explain how it's done, so nobody just goes and says, oh, I'm going to go look up at the sky and end up injuring their eyes. Because with the first and last hour, it's perfectly safe. As a matter of fact, I've been doing this now almost a year. It'll be a year in April, and you can't even see a sunburn on my face, not even a tan. It's because, like I said, there's no harmful UV rays. So, with that being said, let's get into a little bit of an update. Alright, guys, at this point, I am currently up to 21 minutes. So if you think about it, that will show how long I've been doing this. After 10 seconds, increase 10 seconds each time. I just came back from the beach, as you can see with my clothing. I just literally walked in the door. I'm up to 21 minutes long. Now, one thing people may not know about, because as you see when kids draw pictures of the sun, they tend to draw it yellow. Well, here's an interesting fact about the sun. It's not yellow. It's actually white. So when you look at it, you'll notice that there's a different color from what they say it actually is. Now, how much of a significance that is, I don't know, but I just thought that'd be an interesting thing to point out. As far as how I feel, those of you who have been following my channel know I've talked about this several times, that since I was a child, I'm 42 right now, but since I was a little kid, even my mother told me when I was an infant, I've always had breathing problems. I've had asthma, walking pneumonia. Basically, I could be inside in a nice warm area. If I walked outside in the freezing cold, it could literally shut down my lungs. I've been in the hospital more times than I can remember in my lifetime. I've almost died from either bronchitis, walking pneumonia, or full-blown pneumonia 5 times in my life, and carry a inhaler wherever I go, just to show you that what I'm talking about. There you go. So there's always one with me just in case. Once I've gotten to the 20-minute mark, I've noticed all of a sudden my breathing problems are disappearing, which to me at first, it almost had that too good to be true kind of thing, and thought maybe it was just a coincidence one time. This is now the third time where I went to the beach. Now, meanwhile, keep in mind, it's mid-February, it is full-blown winter, it's below freezing outside, all the dunes got wiped away because of Hurricane Sandy, so there is no protection from the wind, so it's non-stop freezing cold wind, for me standing out there over 20 minutes at a time, and then walking back to my car on very soft sand. The old me would be in the hospital, but now I'm not even feeling any wheezing. I don't feel any problems with my lungs. It is such an amazing feeling that I am happily getting used to. Now, I know the average person out there who's never heard of this stuff is not going to believe it. They're going to think it's crazy. And I really hope you research this, because I would not lie about something like this. And as a matter of fact, this week, either tomorrow, possibly if I have the time, or Monday, I'm going to get my eyes checked. So this way you guys can see that it doesn't damage your eyes as long as you do it properly. Like I said, first hour, last hour, sunrise and sunset only. Do not go past that time. Um, the other thing that I've noticed, especially now around the 20-minute mark, 20-minute plus, is your mood totally changes. You become so much more at peace. And I'll give you a prime example with that. People who have been following my channel for a little while know a couple of months ago I was having a problem with well, no longer a subscriber, but I was at the point where I was irresponsible, I was angry, I got to the point where I made videos making threats of violence, wanting to fight the person, really overstressed from it. Whether I was justified or not is irrelevant. I take full responsibility for the things that I do. I always have, because the true test of a person's integrity is being able to admit when you're wrong. It's not trying to be perfect, but it's when you are imperfect or you do something wrong, you man up for it. So I deleted all those videos because that's not the kind of thing that I want on my channel, and I take full responsibility for my part in that. But we talked and we basically made peace, so I thought. Then this individual last week made a comment on my previous sun gazing video talking about silver, and I basically said to him, it's like, save that for silver videos. Don't post that stuff on something that has nothing to do with the topic. It's basically like spamming. So basically the person, cursed me out and said, you want to go back to fighting again. The old me would have probably accepted it or started getting an attitude or getting really stressed out and aggravated. But I'm at the point now, since I've been doing the sun gazing for so long, and it brings you to so much peace, I have no desire to want to waste any energy now on such negativity. I mean, to be honest, I don't have any ill will towards the person, regardless of what they do and say. But I want people to know that when you get to a certain point in this, your life changes. The way you see things. I mean, I'm not going to lie. There are going to be days you're going to be upset. You might be angry. It might be a bad day. But you just don't harp on it anymore. You don't see it the same way. It's an amazing feeling I wish everybody would get to experience. Now, I can understand where people will sit there and say, oh, this is crazy. It's because we haven't been told this. Well, let me ask you, what do you think would be more crazy when you put it in this perspective? Something that's natural, the sun, which gives life-giving energy. I mean, the Earth would not be, we would not be living on Earth if it wasn't for the sun. I mean, plants would not be able to grow. Plants create oxygen. We wouldn't be able to breathe. We wouldn't have an atmosphere. There would be no warmth. We would basically freeze to death. So without the sun's energy, we would not be here on this planet. We would not survive. So what would make more sense? Something natural that can cure and heal the body naturally with no side effects, that doesn't cost you anything, gives you nothing but joy and asks for nothing in return, or going to a doctor, them prescribing you pills that have nothing but side effects, that, as you see with like the people in Sandy Hook and the Batman shooting, all these things where they take all these medications and it makes them into these zombie type of people. They get sick. You spend thousands of dollars on medicines and operations and treatments that most of the time do nothing more than let you live with the problem, and they don't cure it. So when you put it in that perspective, which one seems crazier? Nature for free, or medicine, which really doesn't do anything more than take all of your money and wealth out of your pocket and let you live with a disease or an illness? It's a no-brainer to me. But I am not here to point a gun to somebody's head and say, you must do this. If you don't want to take the opportunity and the time to research something that could benefit you and your family, well, then there's nothing I can do for you. For the people that have an open mind and believe in nature and its ability to heal, I am a prime example, because I do this every day. As a matter of fact, I get really disappointed when I can't go, and I am so looking forward to it. And for me, a person that had breathing problems all of my life, to all of a sudden be able to breathe and not be scared to go outside in the cold, I mean, it's an emotional high that I can't explain. And I go to the beach. I stand right next to the ocean. Now that it's the winter time, there's hardly anybody at the beach, and you're just like one on one with nature. And the best part is, it cures your problems. I have subscribers that have already told me that they no longer need their glasses like they used to. Back pains are going away. They're feeling better, and they're just starting out. So what you do with this is totally up to you. I can understand the normalcy bias because we've all been programmed from the government, from our schools, how things are. If you want to stay in the old tradition of believing what you're told without having an open mind and at least researching something, well, then that's your decision. I'm not here to force anybody. But for those of you who really can see that nature is a lot more beneficial to you than you think, research this and see it for yourself. I promise you, if you do this the proper way, you will be very happy that you did it. I can't wait until tomorrow when I get to do it again. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I love sharing this stuff with you. Don't believe everything you're told out in the government and in the world out there. You know, if you want to spend money on cancer treatments and medicines and all these things that do nothing more than drain your pocketbook and do nothing more than sometimes even make you more sick, go at it. I've decided to stick to the natural way, and that's using our sun. So believe what you want. And no, it's not worshiping a sun, it's just gazing at it. So there's no religious thing behind this. So I want people to know about that as well. I mean, people stare at the TV doesn't mean that you worship it. So just keep that in mind. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Check out any of my other videos. Like if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and peace and love to everybody. Peace.